And you already know, don't you, how sometimes the mind wants shortcuts, and other times it remembers. The only shortcut worth anything is the long way, disguised. Like when you've seen a cooking show, and when the contestants they're told, anything you want, they freeze. Too much freedom becomes paralysis. And yet, when the rules tighten, use these 3 ingredients only, suddenly their creativity sings. And the unconscious nods, because it already knows. Restriction is not prison. Restriction is the crucible that melts chaos into clarity. And you can wonder now whether you've already lived this. A time when having fewer options opened more doors. A time when being told you can't created the hunger to discover how you can. And that hunger, that's dopamine tuning itself. Because too tight it snaps, too loose it flops. But tuned just right, it becomes music. And your DNA dances to that music even now, whether you notice it or not. And isn't it interesting how the brain is a lazy fucker? Always wanting the easy way, and yet you're not your brain. You're the blacksmith. The one who takes the soft metal of habit and heats it with discipline, hammers it with struggle, quenches it with patience, until what once bent and broke becomes a blade that can cut through any excuse. And excuses are funny things, aren't they? Because when someone says it's hard, they're already proving that it matters. When they say I can't, they really mean I haven't yet. When they say I'm scared, they're standing right in front of treasure. And your unconscious knows this, because fear is the compass that points towards growth. And you can drift back to a noisy party, music blasting, laughter spilling, words crashing together until someone says your name, and in that instant, everything else vanishes. Only your name shines. And that's how the unconscious works. It orients on what's familiar, which means the most powerful words anyone can ever hear are the words they themselves have spoken. So when you mirror, when you echo, when you reflect back, their nervous system sighs in relief. That's me. That's safe. That's true. And resistance isn't a wall anymore. It's just a locked door. And the handle, it's always been there. And I don't know if you'll realise this now or later, but every decision you've ever made was filtered through your unconscious first. Every thought has structure. Every feeling has a shape. And what the nervous system creates, the nervous system accepts. So as you notice now, the words you speak to yourself and the words others speak to you, you might begin to hear them differently. Some will glow, some will carry weight, and you feel drawn to echo them naturally, effortlessly, sincerely. Because sincerity can't be faked. And when you do, doors open, frames shift, beliefs bend, change flows. And your unconscious may wonder now, what happens if you live this? If you embrace struggle, respect dopamine, mirror words, treat resistance as a signal, not a wall? And what happens if you don't? Noise, emptiness, pointlessness. Knuckles bloody against locked doors. And what happens if you do? Music, meaning, coherence, DNA dancing. The steel of discipline forged in your fire. The locked door opening with a simple turn. So I don't know if your unconscious will choose to install this now, or piece by piece tonight, or in days ahead as you notice opportunities to echo, to mirror, to limit yourself into freedom. But it doesn't matter how fast or slow, because you're already doing it, aren't you? Mirroring without knowing, echoing without effort, disciplining without punishment. And you can trust now that every time you hear someone's words, your unconscious will remember, echo them, mirror them. Because they're words, are their name, and their name is their truth. And every time you hear your own excuses, your unconscious will smile and reframe. Hard is the cure. Fear is the compass. Struggle is the music. And that music plays in you already, whether you dance consciously or not. Notice the words that glow. Echo them naturally, sincerely. Fear discipline as freedom. Respect dopamine as your compass. Embrace struggle as proof of growth. Turn resistance into a handle, not a wall. And you can forget this consciously, while your unconscious remembers it perfectly. Because it was never about learning. It was always about remembering what you already knew.